I'm about to do your Aries December 2020 love reading, and in this reading we're going to take a look at how your romantic person of interest really feels about you. Aries, how is it going? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aries love reading video. If this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of the Aries love readings I post for you every week. Now let's get on with this Aries reading for today, because today we're going to take a look at your romantic person of interest. So whoever this is that you're romantically involved with, romantically thinking about, or just romantically energetically connected to in some way, we're going to take a look at this person and how they really feel about you. We're going to take a look at what they think about you in December 2020, what their beliefs are about you. Then we're going to take a look at what are their intentions toward you in December 2020, and what are their most likely actions going to be toward you in December 2020. And then we're going to finish the reading off by getting you some advice from the universe on how you can best navigate the situation with this person. Kind of like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should play this situation with this person so that it works out in a way that's best for you. Now just keep in mind that this is a general reading, and it's not even possible for it to resonate with literally every single Aries person walking the face of the earth right now all at the same time. So you just got to take this as it resonates, and don't try and force anything to fit your situation if it doesn't fit your situation. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still probably want to check your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign videos, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos in the description box down below. Now, I also want to mention that I have been getting literally bombarded by personal reading requests. So many people are asking me every single day to do personal readings for them. And to be honest with you, I haven't even accepted anyone to do personal readings since like early September or so. I just was getting too hammered by that, so I took some time off. But because so many people are asking for it, I have decided to open up a few spots in my schedule to accommodate personal readings. So if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, I probably wouldn't mess around too much, but if that's something you want to look into, the information about that is also in the description box down below. Now, enough yakking about that. Let's get on with this Aries reading for today. And let's start by getting 3 cards for how does Aries romantic person of interest really feel about Aries in December 2020, please. Let's get 3 cards for how this person really feels about Aries in December 2020. There's one. Let's get 2 more. Alright. How does Aries romantic person of interest feel about them? Alright, we got it. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of the reading is the Queen of Wands. Now this is a fire sign. This is either Aries or Leo. Usually it's Leo, sometimes it's Aries. In a general reading, this could also represent Sagittarius. But this is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person who knows exactly what they want. They're very in touch with their intuition, is represented by that black cat. This is someone who knows what they want. They go after what they want with bold, passionate, fiery determination. They don't take no for an answer. So they usually get what they want. Now this also signifies that your person has a lot of passion and desire for you. So that's never a bad spot to be in, I guess. Now in terms of how they really feel about you in December 2020, Aries, we have the 7 of Cups, we have the 10 of Wands, and we have the Hanged Man. So this 7 of Cups, this represents options and choices. But it's also confusion about those options and choices. There's a lot of cups here, a lot of different stuff in these cups. There's a lot of emotions involved as far as your person's feelings go. And they don't want to make any mistakes, so they have some confusion about what to do in this situation with you. Now we've also got the 10 of Wands. Now Wands represent passion and desire. The 10 of Wands, 10s are completions in tarot. This represents heavy burden that your person is carrying. But like I said, it's completion. So this is the spot where your person is going to be able to lay this burden down. If they haven't already laid whatever this burden represents for them down yet, they're going to be able to very soon. So they have a lot of confusion about you. They feel burdened by the situation, possibly because they have so much passion and desire for you. They could also be viewing you as the Queen of Wands. You are a fire sign. This is someone who's very sexy, vivacious, fun to be around, knows what you want and goes after it. Right under that, though, we've got the Nine of Wands. So we've got a lot of wands showing up here, a lot of passion and desire. The Nine of Wands is a card of being walled off and defensive, but it's also a card of healing. This is the wounded warrior, and he's built this wall around himself because he's been hurt. He doesn't want to be hurt anymore, hence the wall. So he's built the wall so that he doesn't continue to get hurt. That way he can heal and get his energy right to take the next step in his journey. So I'm thinking that your person is viewing you not only sexy, vivacious, fun to be around, has a lot of passion for you, but they're viewing you as being walled off and defensive, or at least they feel that way about it. I don't know if they've done something to hurt you in the past. Okay, the final card that we have in their feelings for you for December 2020 is the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. The Hanged Man represents things being on pause, like no forward movement, progress being halted, things being stagnant right now, which again is probably why they're feeling this heavy burden. Could be also why they're having this confusion about what to do here. Now the Hanged Man is hanging upside down, and he's doing that because he's trying to look at things from different perspectives, different points of view, different angles than he would normally look at things, and he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something, trying to figure out what to do moving forward. So they're confused, they're feeling burdened, they have a lot of passion and desire, they're feeling like you're walled off and defensive here, and then feeling like progress is halted, things are stagnated between the two of you. Now let's take a look at their thoughts about you. What are this person's thoughts about Aries in December 2020, please? What are they thinking about Aries? Let's get one more. Okay, we'll take that. Let's see what we have. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Now, cups represent love and emotions. This is Scorpio energy. Let's see, what else do we have out here? We have Scorpio energy here too. In that very first card, we have Scorpio energy here. We have Pisces energy. We have Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with any of those signs, but this is a general reading. You could literally be dealing with any sign. I will continue to try and call out the signs as I see them as we go through this, just because I know a lot of people like that. But again, general reading, you got to take it as it resonates. Anyway, on the bottom of the deck, this Five of Cups is sadness and remorse about the past. It's about your person focusing on these three cups that have been spilled out. Or in this case, this could be what they're thinking about you as well. But it's about being focused on these three cups that have been spilled. All the love and emotions that have been spilled, all the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled and wasted. Having their focus on that and not having their focus on the two full cups that are still upright behind them. So the advice from this card is usually that you need to pay very close attention to where you're placing your focus, where you're letting your focus go to. Because if you continue to focus on the things that you've lost or the things that you don't have, the things that make you sad, well, wherever your focus goes, that's where your energy flows. So that will actually cause you to feel lost, to feel sadness and remorse. And it can even cause you to miss opportunities behind you that you don't see. It can even cause you to not be aware of the good things that you have in your life that you could be grateful for. So in their thoughts about you, there is that. So I'm taking this that they're having sadness and remorse about the past. This could be where this heavy burden that they're carrying is coming from. Now, this could also be telling me that they think that you are focusing on the past. You are focusing on something that you've lost that you don't have anymore, and it's causing sadness and remorse about you, or for you. Excuse me. Now, also in their thoughts in December 2020, Aries, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Four of Wands. So here we are with more wands, two more wands on the table. Again, passion and desire. Cups represent love and emotion. So we've got two cups out here. We've got a cup on the bottom of the deck. Right under this Five of Cups is the Ace of Cups. Holy cow, this is a new beginning in love and emotion. So while they're feeling sadness and remorse about the past, thinking about that stuff, they're also thinking about this new beginning in love and emotions with you. Right under that, we have more cups. The Nine of Cups. This is a card of wish fulfillment. This is also a card of being emotionally happy and emotionally content on their own, full of self-love. This is how they're thinking about you. So they're, on one hand, they think you are their wish fulfillment. On the other hand, they're seeing you as someone who is totally happy all on your own. You get your happiness from inside yourself, not from some external source. You have plenty of self-love, which means you love yourself and you don't need someone else outside of you to validate you. So that's a good spot for you to be in. It's also a good spot for them to understand that about you. Right under that, we have the Eight of Wands. Again, this is more fire energy, more passion and desire. The Eight of Wands is rapid back and forth passionate communication. So they're thinking about rapid back and forth passionate communication with you. This also represents rapid forward movement, rapid forward progress towards something they have a lot of passion and desire for. This is oftentimes a lot of energy coming at someone all at once, almost like trying to take a drink out of a fire hose or something crazy like that. A lot going on. Sometimes this can also represent things coming back into alignment on a personal level, like your person becoming aligned, or they think that you are coming back into alignment. All these wands are in perfect alignment with each other here. I think they're also thinking about taking control of the situation, because right under that we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. This is taking charge of a situation, taking control of a situation. Now it can also involve setting boundaries in a situation. So maybe you've set some boundaries with them and they're thinking about that. Maybe they're just seeing you as someone who is totally in control of your own life. I have a feeling though that they're trying to make some sort of a decision regarding you, because we've got the Two of Swords next. This is a decision needing to be made, only it's not being made, either because they don't have enough information they need to make the decision, or there's something they can't see, hence the blindfold, or something that maybe they just are unwilling to look at. Like it's there, they know it's there, they just don't want to look at it. Kind of almost like being in denial about something. Now, in their thoughts about you, this Eight of Cups, this is detachment. This is emotional detachment, physical detachment, like physically walking away from something. The person in the card is walking away from 8 full cups of love, going off in search of their 9th and 10th cup. They're doing this because they're not completely emotionally happy. They're not emotionally fulfilled. And yeah, they could probably survive and live off of these 8 full cups for the rest of their life, but they wouldn't be happy if they did that. So the person in the card is walking away from it all, going down a new path that leads to their own emotional happiness, their own emotional fulfillment. They're walking off in search of their 9th and 10th cup. And we already saw you are in the 9 of Cups, at least in terms of the way your person is thinking about you and viewing you. So this is telling me that they're thinking about when you walked away from them or when they walked away from you. But now they're coming to this 6 of Wands. This is recognition. So this is either your person being recognized for something, but this really feels more like recognition in a personal sense, as in your person is recognizing something, either about themselves or about you or about this connection in general. They're coming to some sort of recognition about it, possibly about this walking away and the sadness and remorse that occurred after that. I think they're recognizing that they screwed up. This also represents moving forward in success and victory. So they're thinking about that too. And then the final card in their thoughts about you, Aries, is the 4 of Wands. Now, 4s are about stability. So this represents stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. A lot of times the 4 of Wands also represents like celebrations, like building something that's so stable it's worth celebrating. Celebrations of the home, like engagements or weddings or things of that nature. I mean, we're coming up on the holidays. They could be thinking about that type of stuff, like having those types of celebrations, having sadness and remorse about that, because either they or you walked away from this situation, the progress is halted and stagnant, and this is a heavy burden for them. They've got a lot of confusion here. Now, also, this can represent, like these 4 wands that hold this canopy up, can represent 1111, which is the twin flame soulmate energy. So they could be viewing you in that sense too, like you guys are divine counterparts and that you're supposed to be together, which maybe that's what they came to recognize here. I mean, there's a lot of things that they could be recognizing, so you just got to take this as it resonates for your situation. Now let's take a look at what does this person believe about Aries in December 2020? What are their beliefs about Aries? Let's get one more on this person's beliefs about Aries. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Now, before you get worked up, they don't believe you're a fool. The Fool represents the beginning of a new cycle here. The Fool is that energy of being willing to just go for it, to take the leap of faith, to be like they don't need to know, or they believe that you don't need to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before you're willing to take the first step. They believe you don't need to know what the outcome is going to be before you take the first step, that you have that blind faith to just, you know what, screw it, I'm going to jump off the cliff and I'm going to figure out how to grow my wings on the way down. I'm going to figure out how to work this as I go. This might be a story underneath it. Let me show you the rest of the cards first, and we'll see if that connects here. In their beliefs about you for December 2020, Aries, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have Judgment. So the Queen of Swords, this is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. Now, this is someone who, as you can see by the way she's holding her hand out, she'll offer to let you speak your truth. The problem is she already knows the truth. So the truth you speak to the Queen of Swords, it damn well better match the truth she already knows, because if it doesn't, she's going to use that sword to cut you. So this is an energy of speaking the truth about something, but it's also an energy of cutting off the things and the people that no longer serve you. So yeah, they believe that you have this Queen of Swords energy about you. I don't know if you're the one that walked away from them, if you cut them off in the past. Maybe that's what some of the burden is. You've cut them off and decided to go, you know what, I'm going to go my own way here. I'm going to go start something new. I'm going to go take care of myself and figure out how to work this as I go along. Now, we also have in their beliefs about you the Two of Pentacles. So this is an energy of balance, but it's more along the lines of trying to maintain balance or trying to regain balance. It's like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out type energy, kind of like weighing the pros and cons of something, like do I or don't I, should I or shouldn't I, or maybe in this case, will she cut me with the sword or won't she? Will she accept me back? Will she slice me? This is them trying to figure that out, trying to weigh the options here. We've already seen them having all these options and being confused about what to do, and that being a heavy burden for them, the progress being stagnant. Yeah, I guess maybe they shouldn't screw up, huh? Now, the last card they have in their beliefs about you, Aries, is Judgment. So this has got a couple of different meanings. This is either you passing your own final verdict and judgment on a situation, as in like calling it quits, like cutting it off and that's the end, making some sort of final decision. Or this can be a card of second chances, as in resurrection, resurrecting something from the dead, bringing it back from the grave, bringing it back to life, transforming it in a way that it's never going to be the same again. So this oftentimes is a card of reconciliation, like getting back together, reviving the relationship and bringing it back to life. So I don't know. The way I'm taking this based on what we have here is they believe you're the Queen of Swords. They believe if they don't speak the truth and it doesn't match what you already know to be the truth, they believe you're going to cut them off completely. So they're like hem-hawing around about this. They're like, ooh, is she going to cut me off or not? Will she accept me back or not? I'm thinking like they want reconciliation with you. They're kind of like worried about approaching you with that though, because part of me is feeling like they believe that your decision to cut them off was a final decision, even though they don't want it to be. Yeah, there is a story under here. Under this Fool card on the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. Now, we've already got the Queen of Swords out here. So this represents counterparts. This is like, in a sense, this could be deemed a power couple here. This could be Gemini energy. And again, this is Libra energy. These, in any other suit, what I would usually say is that these are two cards that are supposed to be together. Probably represents two people that might supposed to be together. In the King and Queen of Swords, though, what this usually represents for me is two people that used to be together but have since broken up. Now, the King of Swords is a very smart, very logical, analytical, rational, and fair person. They're a decision maker, but they're emotionally detached. They don't consult their emotions when they make their decisions. They're not concerned about the emotions of the situation. They don't care about the story that's going on behind the situation. All they're interested in is the truth and the facts of the matter. And they're going to use the truth and the facts of the matter to come to the best, most logical, most rational decision available, most fair decision available for everyone involved. Next, we've got the Two of Wands. Now, this represents a crossroads, a fork in the road, a decision point for your person. And it's a decision about which path leads them to the world that they actually want and which path do they need to leave behind. So this is their beliefs about you. So I'm assuming that they believed you reached that crossroads and you have somehow made your decision. If not yet, you're darn close to making the decision about what you actually want. I'm feeling more like this is them, though. We've already got a 2 out here, them being like, whoa, what do I do about this? I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? Will they take me? Will they not take me? I think this is your person being at a crossroads here, trying to figure out, like, what do I do? I think the path that they want to go down, like the world that they actually want, is this 3 of Cups. Now, this is reconciliation energy. This is being reunited and celebrating. And right under that, we've got the Queen of Wands again, which was the overall energy of the whole reading. This is how they're viewing you. They believe you to be the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords at the same time, almost like you have 2 different facets to your personality. One minute, you can be super fun and sexy and awesome to be around and know exactly what you want and really cool. And the next minute, whoo, don't piss you off because they'll cut you. I think that's kind of how they're viewing it. Yeah, there's still more here. We got that 9 of Wands again, being walled off and defensive. They believe you're walled off and defensive, but if you are, it's because you've been hurt. And from what it's looking like, possibly they're the one that hurt you. We've also got the 3 of Wands here. We got a lot of wands. Again, a lot of passion and desire coming from your person on this. This is the card that comes right after. Let me grab it again. The card that comes right after that 2 of Wands, the fork in the road, the decision point about which path leads you to the world you want, and which path do you need to leave behind. Well, in the 3 of Wands, that decision's already been made. The path has been chosen. This guy is out walking that path right now. He's taking active steps down that path, trying to manifest the world that he wants. So this is an energy of waiting on it, with this positive expectancy that something good is going to come out of that. It just hasn't materialized in the physical 3D realm yet. It's still waiting on their ships to come in. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles under that. This is a breakup card. This is about abandonment, being cast aside, being left out in the cold. Yeah, and then we've got more fire energy with the King of Wands. Now we've got the King and the Queen of Wands right here in this little story. Again, this would be a power couple. This would be counterparts, 2 people that are probably supposed to be together. A lot of passion and desire here. The King of Wands, this is Sagittarius energy. Sometimes Leo, sometimes Aries, usually Sagittarius. It's got salamanders all over the place in this card. This is someone who is also a very bold, passionate, fiery, determined energy. Someone who knows exactly what they want. They go after what they want. They see things through until the end. They don't give up. They don't take no for an answer. Yeah. Now that's their feelings and their thoughts and their beliefs about you. Let's take a look at what their intentions are toward you in December 2020. What are this person's intentions toward Aries in December 2020, please? What are their intentions toward Aries in December for 2020. That one wanted to come out. It landed right in my lap. Okay, we'll take an extra card. I got no problem with that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Again, this represents a new beginning in love and emotions. So they fully intend to have this new beginning in love with you. Now, yeah, they're viewing you as wish fulfillment. This Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Aries energy again, and the Emperor taking control of the situation, taking charge of the situation. The Emperor is a master manifester. He's got all the tools, all the resources. He's got everything he needs to put together a plan to get what he wants, and then to execute that plan to get what he wants. So this is someone taking control of the situation here. Taking control of this sadness and remorse about the past. I think your person is having some serious regrets about whatever happened between the two of you in the past that caused this walking away to happen, that's caused this Queen of Swords energy, someone being cut off, that's caused the need for this second chance that they really want here. So they're intending to have this new beginning in love and emotions with you. Also in their intentions for December 2020, Aries, we have the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords. Are you noticing the pattern here? Swords are usually not good. They're usually not good. We've got three of them right in a row. With the Queen of Swords right above that. And the last card in their intentions is the Page of Pentacles. So this Nine of Swords, this is fears, worries, anxieties, thinking about something, being afraid to even look at it. They're so fearful and worried. Like that's the burden that they're carrying. They're confused. The progress is stagnant. They're wanting a second chance, but they're scared of the Queen of Swords end of your personality here. They're afraid of being cut off. They're thinking about it a lot. So much to the point that it's got them stressed out. Like you can see the person in the card has their face buried in their hand. They're covering their eyes. They don't want to look at the situation. It's got them freaked out so bad. Now the next card in your person's intentions is the Two of Swords. This is a decision needing to be made, only it's not being made, either because they don't have all the information they need. They don't know if you're going to cut them or if you're going to give them the second chance, which is why they're two decisions right here. This is like, oh, what's going to happen? You know, they don't know what to do. They can't make the decision. Then we move up from the Two of Swords to the Three of Swords. So at least we're making a little bit of progress. We're going from the 2 to the 3. That's a progression. This Three of Swords, though, is heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third-party situation. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean like a romantic third party. This is not a guarantee that your person cheated on you or anything like that. It can be any third-party energy. Any energy that's not you, Aries, any energy that's not your person. So this could be work, this could be the pandemic that's happening, everybody being stuck at home. This could be nosy neighbors, nosy family members. This could be partying too much. Or this actually could be a third party, like romantic third party. Yeah, they're indecisive and fearful because of the heartbreak and sadness that they caused. It's what it looks like to me. They really intend to have this new beginning in love and emotions. In fact, part of their intentions is this Page of Pentacles. Now, pages are messengers, so this is news and messages of some practical, tangible matter, some opportunity that has the potential for a lot of abundance and stability with it. A lot of times for me, the Page of Pentacles represents planning for the future. So even though your person's worried to death, stressed out, unable to make their decision, probably because of this heartbreak and sadness, they intend to have this new beginning, and they're intending to plan for the future with you regarding this new beginning. Now, that's their intentions, and you and I both know how people are. What they intend to do and what they actually end up doing are oftentimes very different things. So let's take a look at what their most likely actions are actually going to be. What are this person's most likely actions going to be toward Aries in December 2020, please? What are this person's most likely actions going to be toward Aries in December 2020, please? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have that King of Swords energy again. Again, this is Gemini energy. It's the counterpart to this Queen of Swords. This, like I said, could represent counterparts, a power couple, two people that might ought to be together. But then again, it could just be telling me that yes, you guys were together at one point, but now you're not together anymore. Or this is telling me that your person is going to try to be very logical, very analytical, very reasonable, very smart about the situation. Try to not get too emotional about it. Try to only look at the truth and the facts of the matter and make the best, most rational, most logical, most fair decision possible for both of you. Regarding this Three of Cups, again, reconciliation energy, being reunited and celebrating. With their Queen of Wands, which again was the overall energy of the reading. This is representing your energy. Yeah, there's that opportunity, that this is the seed that has the potential to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that everyone wants. It's not the Ten of Pentacles in and of itself, but it has the potential to get there. It's just going to take work and time and effort. It's also what this Page of Pentacles is carrying. This can be some sort of an offer that they're going to bring to you for something practical and stable and abundant. Now, also in their most likely actions toward you in December 2020, Aries, we have the Fool, we have the World, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is very, very interesting. The Fool and the World are both major arcana cards. This is card 0 of the major arcana, which is the very first one. This is the beginning, brand new beginning. This is the last card of the major arcana. This is the ending. This is completion. This card also represents the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a beautiful new cycle. Now, in tarot, if you lay all of the major arcana cards out in a row, you can go through them starting with the Fool and ending at the World, and it tells you a story called The Fool's Journey. And it's about the Fool going through life and getting to the end and completing it, and then starting back over at the beginning and doing it again. And it creates like an upward spiral of ascension. That's what ascension actually is. This is the entire journey wrapped up in these two cards. It's like they're wanting to take this leap of faith with you. That's what their most likely action is, to say, screw it, I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to see what happens. They're wanting to cause the ending to this cycle of all of this crap, all of this negative energy, all of the problems, the worries, the indecision, this bouncing around, not being sure what to do, this confusion, this heavy burden, this stagnation, progress being halted. They're wanting to cause the ending to that cycle and start a beautiful new cycle over with you, probably with that Ace of Cups that we just saw. Now, this represents all four fixed signs. We have Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio represented in this card. Then we also have in their most likely actions the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is an energy of holding on tightly to something, not wanting to let something go. Probably you. So their most likely actions is not let you go. Try to make the best decision possible so that this reconciliation with you can happen. They're wanting to take the leap of faith with you, close out the cycle of whatever went wrong, and start a beautiful new cycle with you. Now, that's your person. Let's get you some advice on how you should navigate the situation with this person in December 2020. What should you do? What should you not do? How should you play this so that it works out in a way that's best for you, Aries? What is the advice for Aries regarding their romantic person of interest here for December 2020? How should Aries navigate this situation so that it works out in the way that's best for Aries, please? Okay, let's go through this one more time. What is the advice for Aries regarding this person and how to navigate this situation? Okay, let's see what we have. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, this is a new opportunity. This is an opportunity for something practical, something stable, something abundant. This is the seed that has the potential to grow into the Ten of Pentacles. This is the universe presenting you with an opportunity. However, directly under that, we have the Devil. This is Capricorn energy. This represents very heavy energy, sometimes a very toxic energy. This can be obsession. This can be addiction. This is like a feeling of being trapped by something. I'm almost getting the idea that either you have some new opportunity and you're being cautioned not to get trapped in like some karmic situation that you've been trapped in before. Yeah, right under that we have the Six of Swords, moving forward into calmer waters, leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind you, moving forward into calmer waters, waters that are more clear, where you're going to have more clarity, and where you're actually moving toward what it is that you want. Now, we've seen that Queen of Wands come out representing you several times. That's someone who knows exactly what she wants, and she goes after it. That's what I'm feeling so far. Oh, right under that, we've got the Six of Cups. This is a card that represents the past. So reminiscing about the past, thinking about the past, thinking about the good old days, the way it used to be. This is also a really strong emotional connection between two people. It can represent soulmate, twin flame level energy. This can also represent someone from the past making a comeback, or trying to make a comeback, because the very next card we have is the Five of Pentacles. Again, this is a breakup card. This is a card that represents abandonment, being cast aside, being left out in the cold. Right under that, we've got the Nine of Wands, being walled off and defensive, building this wall around yourself because you've been hurt, trying to not get hurt anymore so you can heal, so you can get your energy right to make the next step in your journey, which we're about to get to here in your advice. And we've got the Nine of Swords, which again is already in your person's energy here. This is fears, worries, anxiety. Thinking about it so much it's got you stressed out, almost afraid to look at it because of the heartbreak and sadness. Again, we've already seen that out here in your person's energy. I have a strong feeling that your person caused you heartbreak and sadness. Whether or not it was with a third party, like romantically or not, I don't really have anything out here that tells me it was. I just know that they caused heartbreak and sadness for you. And it's taken you a lot of strength to get through it. This is the Strength card. This is Leo energy. This represents you going through something rough, where you've had to reach deep down inside you and tap into your inner strength, to summon your courage to face your fears. Now, it also represents trying to tame the beast within. You can see the lady here taming the lion. So this represents you trying to keep your emotions under control, you trying to rein yourself in, not be too hasty, not rush off and do anything that might cause some sort of a problem, might be some sort of a mistake. And then we've got that World card again. This is the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a beautiful new cycle for you. Ace of Swords next. This is the sword of victory, the sword of truth. I'm getting goosebumps so bad. Oh my God. This is the sword of clarity. Now, this is also the sword you would use to sever a relationship or to sever something that's not in balance in your life. Yeah, and didn't we start off with the Ace of Pentacles? I said that's the seed that has the potential to get to the Ten of Pentacles. This is some new opportunity the universe is presenting you that has the potential to get you to the Ten of Pentacles. That's most people's goal in life. And there we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is maximum stability, maximum abundance, maximum prosperity. This is most people's goal. This is like you have everything in your physical 3D material world in order. Your money, your home life, your assets, your resources. This is you having it all. Now, for your actual advice, we have the Fool, we have the Page of Wands, We have the Eight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Now, just a minute ago, I said we would get to that in a second. Like this Nine of Wands, walled off and defensive because you've been hurt. You've built the wall around yourself because you don't want to be hurt anymore. You're trying to protect yourself so you can heal, so you can get your energy right to make the next step in your journey. We've got the Fool and the Page of Wands first. The Fool, we've already seen it in your person's energy. This is the beginning. This is card 0 of the major arcana. This is you taking the first step in your new journey. This is you having that childlike enthusiasm again. This is you having that blind faith to just go for what it is that you want. To just screw it, I'm jumping off the cliff and I'm going to figure out how to grow my wings on the way down. Next, you have the Page of Wands. Now, this is the minor arcana version of this Fool card. Now, yes, this is more powerful energy, but this is very similar energy. Again, Wands are passion and desire. Pages are messengers. So this is news and messages of passion and desire. This can also represent you being willing to take the first steps down a brand new path on something brand new that you have a lot of passion and desire for. Oh, shooting them off on the floor. Next, we have the Eight of Cups, which again, we saw in your person's thoughts about you. This is detachment. This is emotional detachment, physical detachment, physically walking away from something. Walking away from these 8 full cups of love. Yes, you could probably live in this situation with this person for the rest of your life. You could survive on these 8 cups of love. But the problem is, it's not completely fulfilling to you. It's not ever going to make you completely happy. You believe that there is something better out there for you, that you deserve better than what you've been given here. And this is you walking away from these 8 full cups, going down a brand new path that leads you toward your own emotional happiness, your own emotional fulfillment. You're walking away from the 8 cups, going off in search of your 9th and your 10th cup. Next, we have the King of Cups. Now, this is someone who embodies all of the qualities of the cup suit, which is about love and emotions. This is someone who's very emotionally balanced, very emotionally stable, someone who is kind and generous, someone who's very in touch with their intuition. So this represents your energy. It also represents a decision maker, similar to that King of Swords that we've seen a couple of times. The difference is that King of Swords is emotionally detached. He doesn't consult his emotions when he makes decisions. The King of Cups does. He consults his emotions. He has a lot of emotions, a lot of love. He just doesn't let his emotions cloud his judgment. Now, this also represents that, yes, you probably still do have a lot of emotions and even some love for this person that we're looking at in this reading. But you're just not outwardly expressing that. You're not wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're not letting your emotions cloud your judgment. And the final card in your advice is the Five of Wands. Now, fives are about conflict. Again, wands are passion and desire. We've seen a lot of them in this reading. So this is a conflict in your desires. This is an internal conflict that you're having about this person. Yes, on one hand, you still do have a lot of love and emotions for them. On the other hand, you're not completely happy. You believe that there is something more out there for you, that you can do better, that you deserve better. So part of you wants to give it another chance with this person because you have all this love and emotions. The rest of you, though, is wanting to go down a new path that leads you toward your own happiness. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Aries love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.